Welcome to a special edition of Inside the Birds. Geoff Mosher, Adam Caplan, and we are so grateful to be joined by a true Eagles legend, an OG, and a very unique man in BrandonGraham. He is the only man who is walking this planet that can say he plays defense and has 2 Super Bowl rings with the Philadelphia Eagles. BrandonGraham, you are a unique man. Welcome to the show, brother. Good to see you.
Oh man, appreciate y'all always, just the love over the years. And man, thank you for having me.
Yeah. How unique are you? Isn't it great to walk around and say you're the only man on the planet to have that distinction?
Yeah, because Philly, you know how it was in the beginning, how things were for the team and myself in the city, and they wasn't liking us in the beginning, but I'm glad that everything is happened the way it did, the way we ended things, and they still just getting started, and that's why I want to make sure that I'm somewhere trying to help Howie do the best that he could do for the year.
Oh, nice.
Keep them boys going, and because they got another ring coming, they got some more stuff coming.
You got it. And we know you're just getting started yourself. You're retired, right? And I know you recently took out a big ad in a newspaper and you said goodbye, but you weren't just saying goodbye to your illustrious career as an Eagle. You were saying goodbye to sugar, right? So tell us about this partnership, saying goodbye to sugar. What do you got? You're now entrepreneurial. So who are you getting involved with? What's going on here?
Well, you know what? One of my friends from Michigan, Dahani Jones, introduced me to Ben, and he was telling me his mission. And man, it just I feel like I can keep that fire burning, that passion of how I was when I was in football, and I could take it to taking sugar off the street. The mission, and I feel like I used to drink by, and now being able to work with Ben, it's like dang, just the connections from the Michigan, the ties, and now after being with him for a while, and learning his mission, taking sugar off the streets, organic, and I feel like in my life right now, I want to make sure I'm not I'm drinking responsibly and drinking great tasting, something. And boy, to be able to get involved in the beverage space, it was like a match made in heaven. So I feel like that's what kind of got us started, and that's why we doing it right now.
So you partner up with Crooked T, and Ben Weiss is the guy you're talking about. Yep. So Geoff mentioned the entrepreneurial side. Did you know, again, you started in 2010, so did you know you want to get in private business when you were done playing? I mean, you thought about the last 4 or 5 years?
Oh yeah. I want to make sure I was able to be creative on the next steps and not just be all in one, because I mean, I've had a schedule all my life, and now I want to be creative on how I create that schedule now that it's on me, now that I'm retired from the Eagles, because I've always been on that football schedule, but I know what it takes. But I got to make sure now, if I want to get in this space, which I'm doing now, is it's creating a schedule where I can have family, and on top of that, my business, and work with some quality people.
All right. Well, everybody, we know the summer is upon us, and we're going to have millions of people going down the shore and hitting these beaches, and they're going to want to enjoy a nice beverage on the beach. And PSA from BrandonGraham, take it from the OG, drink Crooked Tea, because it's going to be tasteful and it's got no sugar. So if you're like me and you're on the beach and you have maybe more than 2 or 3 or 4 and you're like, oh no, calories and sugar. No, you don't have to worry. Crooked Tea has got you covered, no sugar. And that's what Brandon's involved with. So you're also taking some good advice and supporting BrandonGraham, a true Eagles legend. And of course, Brandon, when everybody's down the shore this summer, you know what they're going to be thinking about, especially the way the Phillies are playing. They're going to be thinking about the Eagles and what's going on with this team and how they're going to be able to repeat as a champion. I tell you, one thing I want to ask you about, because this really stands out to me. Me and Adam had talked about this. I cannot ever remember a time when the Eagles had 2 edge rushers like they're going to have this year, starting on the edges with Jalix Hunt and Nolan Smith. They have combined for 11 NFL starts, Brandon, just 11. Wow. That is about as young on the edges as the Eagles have ever been in the starting tandem. What are your expectations there?
Oh, I feel good. I think Uche is going to be a sleeper this year. I think he's going to come in,
Michigan, of course,
resurrect his career because he got that chip on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? And I really feel good about him. Training camp will tell it all. Right now, it's too early to tell, but that's going to be my third dark horse in this. Like, I think he's gonna be the guy that has a heck of a year, get back on track on what he was when he was with the Patriots. And I think Nolan's gonna take that next step in his career too. And hopefully Jalix, because now this is a full season. And I want to see how the body holds up, because as you know, it's about staying injury free. The Lions got the injury bug last year, and for us, with all the expectations coming into this year, that's what it's gonna be about. JC staying healthy, Jordan Davis looking great already, and him being the dominant force finally taking off. And then Zach Bond and Kobe, if they all can stay healthy, man, I can see these boys being really good this year too. Especially if they elevate their game. Because as you know, we've seen Nolan be out there, we've seen JC. They're going to double team those guys, and let's see how it feels now that you're going to get chipped. Of course, JC already knows what that feels like, but you got to still stop him. But Jalix got his chance to win his one-on-ones and create a name himself. So that's where I feel if that happens up front, because it's all about stopping the run, and that's going to be my biggest question mark right there, is making sure that we stop the run, setting edges, and making sure that those guys not just thinking about the pass. But that's where our coaching coming in. I think Vic have a good plan for all that.
Brandon, I want to go back to last season. There was a game, and we know you were hurt that game, the game against the Rams. Geoff and I, we've watched your career since 2010, and obviously you know your career better than I, or Geoff does. However, I felt that was the best game, most explosive I've ever seen you. Dude, you were unbelievable. What was going on?
We thought you were
possessed.
possessed.
You were possessed. Yeah, we were like, this is. I remember we saw Greg Cosell from NFL Films. Greg worked with us, and Greg was like, "Wow," and he's not real effusive in his praise. So we were all blown away. What was going on in that game? What did you see? What did you know?
It was great, because I've been playing the Rams, and the Rams like zone scheme, and that's like my biggest thing. It's about setting the edge, and then if you can jet through a gap, oh man, and you will get in the backfield real quick. So I like his scheme. I like playing against that type of scheme, and we had some tails on the line, and man, I just trusted him from film study. And I mean, of course, you still got to go out and make the plays, but certain stuff I was able to play a little faster, because you just knew certain things. But man, I was so excited that game, and for that to happen, I just wanted to make sure I was still there for the guys, because like I tell them all the time, our plan never go as playing as like we want to, but it's all about adjusting. And so after that, I was just happy to go out at least with a good game. That's how I felt.
Just one follow-up. Okay. Did you feel like you were in a zone in that game before you got hurt?
I did. I felt like I was in the zone. I mean, man, it was, once you make one play, then the next one come, it was just like, okay. And then I almost got a strip sack. I was just a second late, Matthew. And it was just so cool just how everything was going. And man, it just took a chip from a back, like something so simple, to pop it. But I wasn't, I know I was just in the zone, like you said, man. And I was just getting started at that point if I didn't get hurt.
I remember doing the post-game pod with Adam, and we said that the right tackle was McClendon at right tackle that game.
Yeah.
We said he was going to see you in his nightmares for the like he's going to wake up and say, this man who's been playing in the league for over a decade is kicking my ass on every snap. So, I mean, congratulations on that.
I appreciate you. It was one, man, I can hang my hat off. If that was my last time sacking a quarterback, at least it was Matthew somewhere where he was in Detroit for a long time. And I was just looking at all the positives from it. But of course, at that time, man, especially be playing at that level, it was like, but it's all good. Now I feel like that's that same passion I got for Cricket T, man, right now. And I really feel like, we about to change it up, and we about to make sure, people have a better drink, taking sugar off the streets, like I told you. I'm
going to ask you about that in a second, about just personal health and wellness in a second with Cricket T. The last thing I really wanted to get, but you talked about something about helping Howie throughout the year, and I think that's really interesting. Do you have? It sounds like you're going to be around. You always talk about loving Philly and the team. You're not going to be coming through the tunnel to rescue the pass rush, I don't think, if it's struggling. But what kind of help do you think you can give Howie? Do you have any kind of maybe front office future role in mind or anything?
I mean, that always could be I mean, that's gonna be always a goal. But right now, where do I start where I'm still able to have access to what I'm doing here on top of, my kids. And, I kind of spread it out a little bit, but I don't want to cold turkey it and not just, just be away like a lot of guys do because they end up coming back anyway. So I'm just going to do little by little. And I feel like in the player development stage of similar to, I would say how Selick started, where he just was doing player development, coming in a couple times a week, seeing, hey, checking in, what's going on, probably get on some Zooms, listening to meetings, see what's going on. But I just want to have that access to be able to stay in tune with what's going on so that I can make sure that if it, hopefully travel with him one day. But I just want to make sure I get creative on my new schedule and make sure that I'm not just all in one. Because football you got to be committed. And I will be committed on whatever role that I get. But it's like I don't want to have a too big of a role where it just consumes me and I can't spread it out.
Do you think you have an eye for talent, like recognizing talent, Brandon, or in maybe not full-fledged coaching, but either helping guys out with technique and things like Connor used to do before he joined the front office?
Oh yeah, I really do feel like at my position for sure. Watching guys, it's just I want to learn they plan on how they evaluate from the mental side of it on what I might not see, because most of the time I'm playing with these guys, talking with them every day, and then they fighting for me because we fighting together. And so it's like you see who you can push, and then you see why certain guys are where they are because they don't want to fight that urge to, it's all mental. At the end of the day, you might have the body to do all these things and look big, but it's a little piece that you might be missing that I might not see, that Howie sees that I can learn from. So that's really what I feel when I'm working with them. I'm gonna learn different things because I'm coming in with that learner's mindset on top of what I know already, and just kind of go off how I feel once I get more information off how they judge other players and what goes into all of that. So I think that'll be a good benefit for both of us because I want to be able to help guys still in the locker room, and maybe he give me a couple guys to talk with, younger guys that I can kind of mentor during the year, help them if they got something that they need, even off the field or whatever, and then we just check in with each other, and I'm able to kind of stay around, stay connected.
There's one guy I wanted to ask you about who's going to be starting this year, and he's going to be taking over for Milt Williams. It's Moro Ojomo. What can you tell us about Moro?
Yes.
Yeah,
that boy is a worker, man. I really do. I got much respect for Mo. He comes in, he get his work done. I mean, he goes hard. He's the one running to the ball. He pops out in practice film, and I mean, I feel like he's now gonna get that opportunity, like how Milton was hungry. Milton was hungry too. He had just another hungry guy in front of him. I'm a miss Milt, but I know that he had Moro had people in front of him that he knew what it took and what it's a daily walk. And like I tell him all the time is make sure you passing that on, like how I was trying to pass to all them. Like, man, put the work in. And then when we get on that field, it's not no mistake on why you doing what you're doing because I seen it already in practice. And he kind of taking on that role. And I can't wait to see Mo because Mo is an underrated defensive tackle that's going to give you effort. And I feel like, he's strong and, he's a guy that can get off the ball fast. And I think he's going to help in the pass rush this year.
Well, he got so excited about Moro, I had to go check to make sure that he didn't go to Michigan. Moro Ojomo,
hey,
he's a Texas guy.
I like Mo, man. I really do respect all the guys in the room, but Mo gave me a lot of just me and him personally just been building, and I know that he's been so excited just to have worked with me. That's another guy that I'm gonna make sure I stay close to because I just like to see guys win, especially when I know you come in and maybe you didn't get drafted the way you wanted to, but you still showed them and proved to them that you're going to be worth that pick. And, man, I think this is going to be his breakout year.
Brandon, you're a guy who, obviously, we know your story. Late bloomer, right? First few years were a struggle, had injuries. And now when you partner with Crooked T and the mission is about less sugar, right? And we know America, big issue, too much sugar, too much obesity. Was that really a big important part of Crooked T and partnering with you is physical well-being and physical wellness that maybe earlier in your career you wish you had embraced more? Is that fair?
Yes, yes. I mean, that was my biggest knock. A lot of people would say, "Man, we don't know if he gon." I know in the beginning of the league, it was like, "Is he gonna eat himself out the league?" And it's really because of the snacking, the sugar, the drink, the drinks that you don't see, like the alcohols that don't have the labels on them, that you don't know what you put in your body. And so for me, I mean, I feel like we got the best hard tea in the store. Then we got 80 calories, which don't happen. I mean, we the lowest of all of them, and I like to drink something really good. And man, I feel like that's what we're gonna do. It's about having fun, making sure that we just taking over, because I feel like that's the new that's where everybody's going. To like where can we get a good drink with no sugar, no carbs, gluten free, and you just want to make sure that and organic. And man, I'm already just getting chills from it, because it's like, man, I like drinking something while I'm eating, and you just want to make sure that you drinking something quality.
Now, here's a question off of that. There are 3 flavors. I'm a big raspberry guy. Do you have a favorite of the 3 flavors?
The peach, man,
Oh,
the peach is
okay.
really good. Like I
Okay.
like peach, all of them good, but peach is just that was one that I caught myself drinking, mostly sipping on it, and then afterwards, probably had like 2 or 3, feeling good.
Yeah, see, you've been hanging around those Georgia players on the Eagles too much. You're just infatuated with the peaches
Georgia
now.
peach.
Hey, the peach,
That's right.
Georgia peach. Oh, that works out perfect.
That's right. That's right. So tell me about the satisfaction you're going to see this summer when you're walking around and you're going to see people drinking Crooked Tea and know that you have big involvement in that.
Man, it's been cool already, as just the retirement. And I don't even feel like I'm retired now. I just feel like I'm just on to my next thing. And this one kind of, it just how the timing of it. It's like I retire, then I want to have, like you say, be an entrepreneur, create my schedule in a more creative way than to just dial in. You know how hard it is, and just being with the Eagles, being with any NFL team, the grind of it. I want to grind, but I want to grind. I want to feel that same passion, same burn like I did in football, and I feel like this does that for me. On top of, man, I'm in that place of health and wellness right now, and making sure that I'm doing the right thing. So I want my kids to be able to, see their dad trying to, put something else better out here on the street, other than what we see all the time. Stuff you don't know what's in it, but it's great tasting, and we know we shouldn't be eating it or drinking it. And it's like, I wanted to say that I had some quality, at least, to help the world.
Well, listen, I got your next venture lined up already right here. It's going to be the BG Show, presented by Crooked Tea, on Inside the Birds, coming this season in 2005. You like that idea? I think you like it, right? We're going to talk.
Hey, that sounds good right there, man. That's
all right, Josh.
We already got D-Gun aboard. We got D-Gun aboard. We know that's your sparring partner. So we got to get BG aboard and really make it a great show. Brandon, can't thank you enough. We'll be drinking Crooked Tea all summer and all year long. It's a great venture. We're really excited for the second phase of your career, and I think for Eagles fans, they're just excited about your entire career and the 2 Super Bowl rings and everything that came with it. So thanks for joining us.
Thank y'all for having me, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
You got it. Anytime. And please come back on with us on Inside the Birds, and presented by Crooked Tea again. For Brandon Graham and Adam Caplan, I'm Geoff Mosher. Thanks for catching this special edition of Inside the Birds.